with you today. So, before I was going to say this speech, I decided it would be a good idea to plan out what I was going to say, because it's good to know what you're going to say before stepping out in front of the masses. So, I knew what not to say, which is namely something unoriginal. So, I'll steer clear of that. So, after thinking a while, I came up with this great idea. I would talk about something wonderful and unique and totally awesome that I could take away with me from Union High School as I go out into the wide world. Immediately, however, that little sarcastic voice living in the back of my head goes like, "Oh, what an original idea. Maybe you should broaden it up a little." So I decided to do some brainstorming. So, one thing that I could talk about would be all the learning potential there is to be found here. I mean, this place is like the epicenter of education. And that's Union High School. To illustrate, I can't even exercise or get in a car crash without thinking about physics. Hashtag potential energy. However, the purpose of most schools seems to be education, so that would take out the original factor. Also, some people might beg to disagree with me that learning is awesome, so I decided to scrap that idea. Perhaps I need something more fun and invigorating. So, another thing that I could talk about would be the sports here at Union High. Sports are awesome. Even I, who am out of the loop when it comes to sports, must acknowledge the awesomeness of the ones here. Take, for instance, our wrestling team. Not one, but two of its members won its state championships this year. However, many schools seem to have a sports program, so that was originally factor. So maybe I need to talk about something more diverse than the sports field. Anyway, moving right along before I'm booed off stage by an angry mob, I was also thinking that I could talk about the many clubs and activities there are here. I mean, we got math club, multicultural club, magic club. Those are just a few of the clubs that start with the letter M, so you can imagine how many we have. However, I don't know a lot about many of these clubs, largely to the fact that I don't do a lot of clubbing. I mean Union High School clubbing. But there's a problem. I'm starting to run out of ideas. So, there I was, standing there, thinking I had already run through 3 perfectly good ideas, and I've been thinking for less than 10 minutes. So, in a desperate attempt, I decided to go deep and think about my own personal experience here, which maybe I should have done all along, because sometimes you can find some pretty good stuff inside of yourself. When I came here, I moved here from Nevada the summer before my junior year. I was 4 years out of treatment for a brain tumor. I still had a lot of the effects with me. Most notable is my lack of balance. You see, brain cancer kills brain cells, and brain cells don't come back, which is inconvenient. Anyway. sick, I knew what loneliness was. But it brought it up to a new level for me when I was the only one sitting out of an activity that all my friends were doing for the simple reason that I was physically unable to do it. Before I got sick, I knew what memories were, but I didn't know how desperately I could cling to them until it felt like they were the only thing that weren't cancer-related that I had. Before I got sick, I knew what work was. Well, I didn't really know what work was. But now, after a few years of mercilessly pushing myself to do as well as I could at school, while fighting off voices in my head that remind me most kids who've been through what I have are struggling academically in school and are definitely not in AP classes, I came to realize a little more what hard work was. Before I came to Union High School, I was expecting my teachers to doubt my ability to do well in school because that's what I went through in Nevada. I mean, in Nevada, I had great teachers. They were really supportive throughout my middle school and 9th grade years. But once I got to 10th grade, I started facing opposition. Some of my teachers, they didn't want me in their class, and they flat out told me it would be too hard for me. And I was expecting the same sort of treatment when I came to Union High School. But instead, none of that happened. Instead of getting messages like, "This is too hard for you, Elaine," and "I don't think you can do this," I got messages like, "You got this, Elaine, you can do it," and "I'm here to help you." My gratitude enough to the teachers I have here. It's a similar story with my peers. I mean, some of my best friends were in Nevada, but there were also people who would fall on the opposite end of the spectrum, who I felt were kicking me while I was down. Here, however, at Union High School, the people are polite and kind and thoughtful. I'm going to talk about for this speech. It's the kindness of the people here, because it's the kindness of the people that matter the most about their school, or anything for that matter. Not their education or their learning potential or their clubs and activities. It's kindness. And I encourage you, as you go out into the world, to retain the same sort of kindness that you showed me, because that's what's going to matter most to people, and that's what's going to have the biggest impact on them. With that being said, thank you all my teachers and everyone else who worked with me, because when I saw how much work you put into me, it inspired me to do my best. And thank you all my friends and everyone who smiled at me in the hallways when I needed